Chat, as I was saying, what is your chat? Mm, spam the W's, chat. Spam the W's. Spam the W's. Chat. Today, like the topic that I want to just touch on, if I'm saying, shout out to Jesus, man. Love Jesus, and you know, get on to the segment, but if I'm saying, I have my Bible here, chat. Anyways, so the topic I wanted to get on was how, like, for me, right, chat. I used to be a person, chat, who, if I'm saying, was obsessed, chat. I mean, like, I was physically, like, obsessed with trying to get girls. You feel what I'm saying? Chat, let me be honest with you, like, chat, when I was younger, chat, where I'm from, chat, where I was from and where I grew up, if you cannot talk to girls or you cannot talk to ladies, right, you don't fit in. Like, you are laughed at, you're ridiculed, and all that, chat. I'm gonna get to the moral, right, chat? You are laughed at, ridiculed, and everything, chat. So, me, chat, I had to. So, when I was growing up, right, I was like fat, obviously, chubby. I'm a foreigner. You feel me? I'm fat, chubby, I'm a foreigner. I don't really speak the language a lot. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still young at that point. Yeah, as I said, I'm fat. And I have my own, at that point, when I was young, I still had my own opinions. I never wanted to be like people. Like, I didn't want to follow the what you call this, I don't want to follow the masses. I wanted to go my own way, but at the same time I wanted to be like the other kids. You feel what I'm saying? It was that, that dilemma that you have when you're a kid, right? So then I so then you end up like getting in those situations where you are like you have to equip yourself with that sort of mindset about women. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so when I was growing up, I grew up with around a lot of people who were good or who liked girls. You feel what I'm saying? Who liked being around women. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, as a mindset, as a kid, it's like, okay, that's what I have to do. Since I see the older people in my area or the older people that I hang out with, because usually the people, because I had a group, we had a group of like youngins, of like me and like two other youngins. We were a group of like three, right? And we always used to hang out with like older people, people that were in high school. When we were in primary school, we used to hang out with people that were in high school or people that were done with school, right? Not to say they were a bad influence to say, but they had bad habits that are bad influences. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to be careful as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, we had they had good intentions upon us because we were good at football. You know what I'm saying? We're good at football, so um they never wanted us to basically take part in the bad things that they were doing. Right? So they never wanted us to take part in the bad things that they were doing. But they would always do those bad things in front of us, you feel what I'm saying? So you were always exposed to bad influences, you know what I'm saying? We're always exposed to that. So that was the environment, you feel me? We're young and we hung around older people, right? Which was a bad thing and a good thing. You feel what I'm saying? For me, I feel like it was a bad thing in terms of the influences and the things that they did and the things that they said and all that was bad. But the good is that the fact that it challenged us to have like a more mature mindset to have a stronger willpower in our beliefs and in our endeavors, and it also like gave us a unique perspective as kids it gave us unique perspectives, bro, and it also gave us a higher ability in terms of what we're doing with them, in terms of obviously playing football, getting better at that craft, you feel what I'm saying? Because we're playing with older people who are more physical, more stronger, and all that. I'm gonna talk about like the football aspect that I grew up in, like later videos, you feel what I'm saying? But like, bro, these guys are doing all of this, bro. So now you obviously impacted. So in primary school, bro, I was a jit. Like I could not get girls to save my life, bro. I couldn't. You feel what I'm saying? Because the mindset that I had, you know, I could not apply that. You feel what I'm saying? So when I went to high school, the first few years of high school was tough because let me tell you a story, right? So in high school, like it was orientation day. So this is the first day of high school, or the first or second day, but it was during orientation days, like of high school, bro. So there's this like girl, right, that I see. She's in my orientation class, right? I see. I'm like, wow, bro. I say, wow. I've never seen such beauty in my life. You feel me? So I'm like, wow, 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 wow. I'm like, cool. Let me go talk to her. You feel me? Cause that's the way it should be. So I was like, I bet. I go and I greet her. I say hello. She chat. Mind you not chat. Mind you not. Right? I go up to her. I say hello. What's your name? This is how she looked at me, chat. This scarred me for life, bro. For life. This is how she looked at me, bro. So she's like, so I'm like, hey, hi. What's your name? My name is whatever. How are you? Chat. She looked at me like this, chat. She came. She looked at me like this. Kept it pushing. I'm like, whoo, whoo. I'm like, whoo. I'm like, dang, bruh. That's how it is. I'm like, wow. That's how it is. I bet, bro. Since that day, I never spoke to that lady again. For the whole high school, bro. I never spoke to her again. So the first few years, bro, was the same as primary school, bro. I just hung out with the bruhs. Hung out with the bruhs. Never talked to the ladies at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? So then I had a homie whose name is John, by the way, R.I.P. R.I.P. John. You know what I'm saying? Who was good with the ladies. So again, another influence where I was chilling with, right? I just thank God that I never got influenced to do more things that I never wanted to do. I thank God that I never got peer pressured into doing things. I got peer pressured. Trust me, I got peer pressured into smoking, into drinking, into doing all these things. But I stood fast on what I wanted for my life and what I believed in, right? That in my religion, this is bad. Like, I stood on business for my entire primary school life, high school life, but I stood on business, right? But the one thing that I couldn't stand on business with was women. Mind you, I did not do anything crazy. Trust me, I did not do anything crazy. But it got to a turning point in like 2020. Yeah, 2020, right, chat? Mind you, 2020, bro. Lock in, chat. Lock in. This is where the story really begins, chat. Lock in, bro. This is where the story really like takes like a turn, bro. You feel me? This is where the training arc started, chat. This is where the training arc started, right? So something happened, chat. I'll explain to you in the football video, why I didn't like. I'll tell you on the football video, right? So in 2020, Chad, I took a step and I decided to lose weight, Chad. Chad, mind you, Chad, I was pushing 90 kilograms, Chad. I was pushing 100. I was pushing 100 kilograms, bro. At 5'5" or 5'6", 100 kilograms, bro. I was built like a guinea. I was built like a fat cook, bro. I was built like a donut. 5'5", little midget at 100 kgs, bro. I was pushing 200 pounds at 15 or 4, at 15, bro. 15, 14, I was pushing 200 pounds, bro. Right? Like, no wonder, bro. I was looked at like, damn, bro. Like, I had glaze on me, like, damn, bro. Like, you look sweet, not in a good way. Like, you look sweet. Like, no wonder she looked at me like that, but no wonder. Pushing 200. 200, 200, 200 kilograms at 5'5", 5'4", as a 15-year-old is crazy. That's crazy, man. So I was like, I bet, bro. 2020 is like, I took the step, bro, to lose all that weight, bro. So in 2020, obviously there was the lockdown, right? There was the lockdown, so we couldn't go to school, we couldn't do anything, right? So I decided, you know what? Let me take this opportunity, right? So that when I come back, they gonna see me. People are gonna see me. They're gonna feel me, chat. That was my mindset, chat. I was on some grinding, bro. I was like, they gonna see me. And plus, I felt like I was pushing as well with the Lord as well. But I wasn't doing it in the proper way, in the way that I should be, or the way that I'm doing it now. But I was still like actively trying to push my faith, right? Pushing my faith. So, bro, I was working, bro, working. Every day, bro. I would starve myself, Chad. I would do intermittent fasting. I'll eat once a day, one meal a day, Chad, and I'd work out in the afternoon, right, and eat, and then not eat again, bro. I would work out, do the same thing every day, intense workout, Chad. I'll be doing like football workouts, push-ups, heat exercises, heat obviously HIIT, right? High intensity interval training, right? So I'll be doing that. I'll explain all that. I'm telling you, I'll explain all that in the football video, right? But I was doing all that, chat, every day, right? Every single day, chat. Then, like, months rolled in, like 6 months, after like 6 months during lockdown, like there was no school and stuff, but I lost a lot of weight, chat. I dropped from like 100 kgs, chat, to like 59, chat. 59, 60, 59, bro. I might have stunted my growth. I can't lie, bro. I took the sacrifice. I took the discipline. I sacrificed my height, chat. By now, I could have been 6'2", bro. By now, I probably could have been 6'2". Right now, you feel what I'm saying? But let's not get about my height, bro. Let's not go there. But I feel like I stunted my growth in terms of I was in that phase of growing, you feel me? I was 16, right? So obviously 16, 15, 16, 16, 17, around the 15, 16, 17, I was growing, like my body is growing. But I hindered the growth because of the fasting and all that thing that I was doing, right? That's what I feel like. But anyways, so I was like 59, 60, but I was unrecognizable, bro, right? Chat, I had packs, chat. I had like a 4 pack. I had 4 packs, but I had muscle, chat. Like I had a little bit of muscle. I was skinny, chat. I could see my bones, the bones that I've never seen before. I've seen, chat. Bones that I never saw before. Muscle that I never knew were there, chat. Were there, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Speed that was never there was there. Quickness, chat. Confidence was there. You feel what I'm saying? And I was also watching videos of like creators talking about all these like confidence and obviously raise. Like at that time, like I was young, bro. So I was watching videos about raise and how to raise and all that. So the confidence, chat, was to the roof, bro. Was to the roof, right? But it didn't take off yet. Like it was still in the atmosphere. My confidence was still in the atmosphere of Earth, right? Then I'm like, I bet. So then the confidence was building, the confidence is building. Then we had to go to school now. Like schools were open now, but obviously in COVID protocols, right? The schools were open. I go my like I had a new bag, I knew everything. Like I was wearing glasses, like new clothes, like I was fresh, bro. I was feeling fresh. So I go to school, bro. I'm wearing a mask and everything. I go to school, bro. Like people are shocked, bro. Like it's a complete 180, bro. People are like, bro, is that you? Damn, bro, you look good. Bro, you changed. Bro, you did this, bro. Bro, what happened, bro? Are you sick? What's going on? Bro, you good? Bro, you lost a lot of weight. Bro, you look good. Bro, you did this, bro. What's going on? What's happening? Yalla, bro. Yalla, 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 and the six, bro. Right. Unc was taking Herbex. Bro was taking Herbex. Bro was taking Herbex. Bro had Ozempic. Bro was sick. Bro, but chat. Y'all can't even speak to me, chat. I was disciplined. Disciplined, chat. Y'all can't speak to me, but I worked for this. I ain't new to this, but I'm true to this, but y'all can't speak to me, chat. You can put all that hate in the chat, bro. You can put all that hate in the chat, but at the end of the day, bro, you feel what I'm saying? I was David fighting the Goliath, chat. You feel what I'm saying? I was David fighting the Goliath, bro, of my life. I was fighting for my life, chat. Yeah. So I was now skinny, bro. I was skinny Mike. First I was big Mike, then I became skinny Mike. You feel what I'm saying? So the whole look that people had on me in high school changed after I lost a lot of weight, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So my confidence was high, bro. I was getting attention, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, I bet, bro. Cool. And now I had that confidence in myself, bro. That it doesn't matter who I'm talking to, bro. I'm confident in who I am. Because I watched so much videos. I did so many things to boost my confidence and stuff of that nature. And I'm assured I knew who I was, chat, and I know who I was at that time. I knew who I am, bro. I was at that time, chat. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted to do, chat. I knew. So when obviously the ladies were starting to talk to me, but I felt like because I didn't speak to a lot of people. The only people that I spoke to, bro, in COVID, bro, was my family, bro. The only ladies I spoke to, bro, was my mom and my auntie, bro, and people that I knew around me. I never interacted with anyone else, bro, in COVID, right? I was completely isolated, chat. Isolated from the whole, like, all of us were isolated from society, bro. So I felt different. Like the way the conversations are going is just different, bro. Like I feel funnier. I feel more confident. Like I'm more wittier. Like I'm more quick with the answers or quick with the responses. I'm more cool. I'm more chill, bro. So I'm like, damn, bro, this is how it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what confidence is. This is what confidence does to you, chat. So I'm like, I bet, bro. So then time goes by, bro. Yeah, I graduated from grade 10 or standard 10, whatever you call it, grade, but I graduated grade 10. I mean, now in grade 11, right? The confidence carries on there, right? And then then it got to the point now I became, because I've been watching all this Sigma, be nonchalant, be this. And then I would also watch like things that like finance stuff. But I was into the trading. I was into trading, making business endeavors, whatever. I did not want to do school in grade 11. I did not like want to go to school, bro. Every day, every week on Fridays, I did not go to school. I said that's the day. Every day, I need a day to rest. Every day, right? Because I was convinced that school is useless. Right? I was convinced that school is useless. I don't need school. Right? So then I didn't study. I wasn't studying for exams and stuff. I was just focused on like fitness, football, business, and God, right? Bro, I don't know, bro. I passed grade 11 by the grace of God. By the grace and the love of God, I passed grade 11 beautifully. Not just slid through, not just passed. I passed gracefully, beautifully, without bro, I barely studied. I did not care about studying at all. When I got home, I was on YouTube trading. I was just trading YouTube, forex trading, training for football, exercising. Nothing else, bro. Nothing else. Didn't touch no books, chat. Didn't touch no books. But yeah, in grade 11 was the turning point, bro. Where I knew, okay, I'm here now. Where there was a girl, right? She became an important figure, like in that time in my life, bro. There was a girl, right? So she was walking with another guy. I don't know. That time, I don't know if it was a boyfriend or a situationship or whatever, right? Or whatever it was, right? I'm just gonna say it was a boyfriend. So I was working with a boyfriend. So I knew her, right? I knew her. Prior to this, I would always call her like I would say she's my wife. I would say, yo guys, this is my wife, right? She would never deny it, but she would never say nah. She would always like it was jokes, like I would say it as jokes, right? I would say it as a joke. Then she would reply as a joke, right? So it was like that. I would say, she's my wife. Yo, gents, where's my wife? What happened to my wife? Blah 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 blah. Right? So then I saw her that day, right? And I was like, yo, to the boys, I was like, yo, there's that girl, she's with the guy. Right? Then the gents are like, yeah, what you gonna do? I'm like, let me try make this guy mad. Let me try make this guy angry, right? Let me like, tick this guy off. I go, I I go to the girl. I greet the guy. I greet the girl. I stand, I think, like in front of the guy. I completely ignore the guy, like he's disappeared, like he's not there anymore. I look at the lady. I'm like, yo, can I talk to you alone? And I hold her, right? I hold her. I'm like, yo, can I talk to you alone? Then the guy looks at me. He's like, yo, what's going on? And I'm like, nah, I'm talking to her. Can I talk to you alone? There's something important I want to tell you. Then the guy comes, like, pumps up his chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pumps up his chest. He's like, yo, whatever you want to talk to her about, you can say it right here while I'm here. Then he came closer to me, like in my face, like, whatever you wanna say to her, say it to me while I'm here. I'm like, bro, chill, bro, chill, bro. I'm not trying to be on that. So then I'm like, I bet, bro, cool. I'm not gonna say what I wanna say with him here. So I'll talk to you later. I'll see you inside and I'll talk to you later, right? I'll text you, I'll call you, and I'll talk to you later, right? I left, right? So the whole purpose of that thing was just to make the guy mad. I was dirty macking. I was a hater. I was a D1 hater, bro. Straight whoops. D1 hater, but I was a D1 hater, right? So then I was like, cool. So then that now escalated into different things, right? So then we're now cool with each other, me and this girl. We're now cool with each other, right? So later on, like at the end of the year when I was writing exams and stuff, we became close, right? To the point where, because I was visiting my aunt who lived just above her, like obviously, like one her house is here, then this block, the opposite block where you can just look forward, like different houses, this block, so you look forward. My aunt she lived on top, right? So she lived on top, so I could just see her like this. So we'd always talk. You from always talk, chill, on some friendish vibe. Then there was a day where we played like there's a day where we played. We were chilling. It was me, this other guy. I won't say his name, but it was me, this other guy, another girl. These two are dating, by the way. These two, this girl and guy. I'm just gonna say one. This guy is name. This guy is boy one, and this girl is girl one, right? So girl boy one and girl one were dating, and then me and the other girl, right? Me and the other girl, the one that I said I was talking to, that I made the guy mad with, right? So me and her were also talk, so we're all chilling, right? So me and her were just friends. Them two were dating, so we're chilling, right? So it was raining and all that stuff. So we're like, so then somebody came up with the idea of let's play truth or dare, right? Obviously we're young, bro. Like, yeah, let's play truth or dare. Then we started playing truth or dare, and there was dares, there was truths, yeah. Then this guy dares this girl to kiss me, right? Then I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna do that, right? Then things led to other things. We didn't kiss. We didn't kiss, by the way. We didn't kiss, bro. Things led to other things, and it ended up spiraling a whole love story. It ended up traveling a whole love story. So grade 11 passed, grade 12, bro. Then grade 12, when I was in my final year of high school, bro. Things happened with that girl, but she was still in the picture. But got to a point where, bro, I was finesse. I was going on with like talking to, because of the confidence that I had from grade 11, from being with that girl or talking to that girl with that love interest, got me to the point where now I started watching more videos. I tapped in more to this guy named Taekwondo, and I tapped in more, and I was like, bro, I was now got to the point where I was talking to multiple girls in my school. Um, I was like, I could raise up multiple girls in my school. Uh, some I didn't, obviously, some I did. You know what I'm saying? But then outside, bro, was the real. Like I was doing side quests, bro. I was doing tuning, like, bro. I was doing like Jonin level, flipping Jonin level assignments, bro. Like those quests that I was doing, bro. We used to go to this place called Carnival. Called Carnival. It's a place where, like, obviously the name tells it all. Like it has rides, it has whatever, it has things in there, movies, the cinema, foods, rides, and many those things. But it's a carnival. Right? We used to go there. There was obviously be a lot of women there and a lot of people there. So us, the boys, we would plan to go there purposefully for the sake of just getting girls' numbers and getting girls, just for that sake, and raising up girls and see who has the best whiz. So every single weekend, or most weekends, most holidays, most days, every time we'd go like more than once a month, would be there just doing that straight up, bro. So every day, bro, I was just improving how I talk to women, improving. Got to the point where I was the G. Got to the point where whoever you can ask that would go with me to carnival back then, right? Whoever you can ask will tell you that I was him. I was him, bro. Nobody could touch me. There was nobody you knew who could touch me, right? I was invincible, bro. I was on a different spectrum and atmosphere, bro. That time I was still 17, bro. And when I was in carnival, I was chatting with workers, getting workers' numbers as a minor, getting workers. I'm not proud of that. That was wrong, bro. What I was doing was wrong because I was just using women as an object. I was just objectifying women and getting them for my pleasure, for my game, which is wrong. Which is wrong. You should never, ever, ever, ever do that. I do not condone anybody to do that. Right? Should never, ever, ever, ever do that. It's wrong. But the matter of the fact is, I was him. What can I say, bro? The matter of the fact is, I was him. Right? I did what I did. I own up to what I did and was wrong, but I was that guy, bro. In the group, I was that guy. Even though I did not do anything with these ladies, I did not do anything. It was just for the sake. I was obsessed with doing that all the time. I was obsessed with it. Right? That's all I could think about. It was a demon. It was a demon. Again, I say it was a demon that possessed me. I was possessed by a demon, a lustful demon. You feel what I'm saying? And bro, that's what I'll do all the time. Bro. We'll just go to carnival, do that all the time. Compete with each other, get girls, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Like I was on a roll, bro. I was flying that time, bro. I was just flying, bro. And then got to the point where I'm in university. I come to university. I still have that same mindset, bro. Right? I haven't matured yet more. I'm still in that mindset, bro. I'm 18 now. Right? I'm 18. I just touched. I'm still a teen. I just touched a few percentage of my brain, bro. So I come in with that mindset that I had when I was back in South Africa. I pulled out now in India. When I come in India in this university, I still have that same mindset of trying to objectify women, right? I still have that same mindset. So naturally, I got down on business. I got down on business as I knew. That's all I knew. That's all I associated with women with is Riz. I never associated anything else when I see a woman at that time. Right? So that's what I did. There's a lot of stories which maybe you guys will I'll invite those people that I had those stories with on stream, and you get the perspective when you listen to the story on stream, and you guys can probably you'll see what was going on at that time. But that's just the breaking of it. So the turning point that happened, why I stopped and why I switched is I got to the point where I was like, bro, it's useless. What's the point? Why am I proud of myself for doing these things, bro? Am I proud of myself? Do I feel like do I feel good about the things that I'm doing? Playing with people's hearts, playing with people's minds. Is it a good thing? And I got to a point where I had to evaluate myself. Now, like when I turned 19, I'm like, I'm grown. I must stop these childish acts, these demonic acts, bro. And I got to the point where I was like, I stopped. It obviously slowed down bit by bit by bit by bit to a point where I don't anymore. And then that came from evaluating myself and then praying to God, bro, to take that away from my life, because it was first okay, the funny part is first, right? Okay, in my mind, right, before this happened, before I turned and stuff, right, in my mind, right, I was like, I'm just too good at this. I'm too good. I'm just too good at raising up, right? No bragging, no what you call this. I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. I'm not prideful about it. I told you I don't like what I was doing. I don't like it to this day, but I hate it. I hate what I was doing, right? But at that time, I was like, bro, I'm too good at this. I sat down, right, in my room. This is when I was still back at home, by the way. I sat down in my room, right, and I sat down, and I started speaking to God. I started speaking to the Lord. I was like, God, I'm just too good at this. Like, I need to be nerfed. This is what I said. This is word for word what I said to myself. I promise you, this is no lie. I sat down and I'm like, God, I'm him. I'm too good at this, Lord. I'm too good at all of this. I need to be nerfed. God, nerf me. That's what I said, word for word, bar for bar. God, nerf me. I need to be nerfed. I'm just too good at this. Right? God, nerf me. Months, a year went by, or years went by, and I've been nerfed to the point where It's gone. It's been detached from my life, bro. I've detached that part of me from my life. It's completely gone. Just from that one simple prayer or that one simple request. You know how God works in mysterious ways, bro. It just happened and then it was gone, bro. So that's how obviously it came to pass where it dwindled slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. The passion or the what you call this the feeling to do all these things just went lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Got to the point where I didn't do it anymore, and then I started like going deeper into my faith in Christ, bro. Started reading the Bible more and more every day. Started going to church more and more. Started participating in church events or church things more and more and more. Started uh, being or hanging around or befriending godly people. You know what I'm saying? And then like this part of my life is completely gone. Even if I wanted to force it back, I can't, and it can never come back. You know what I'm saying? It's gone completely, fully and utterly. It's gone. That part of my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened, man. That's how it all transpired, bro. There's more details, obviously. There's more details in this story that I told. There's more details, but that those details I'll reveal later, or I'll bring guests and other people to pull up on stream, and they will reveal their take on those and the things that happened there that I can't tell you right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the moral of the story is, gang, don't ask to be nerfed if you're not ready to be nerfed. Don't make a prayer you're not ready to get. You know what I'm saying? I was not ready for it, but I got it and I thank God for it. Changed my life, bro, for the better, for the best. You know what I'm saying? So for all the kids out there, for all the people out there who look up to these guys who tell you to do this, tell you that this is how you get this, no. You need to either get off the internet, get your bum out the internet, do your homework, go play outside, or you need to really talk to someone, an elderly person who can really get you to where you wanna be, bro. You need to surround yourself with like-minded people or people who are like religious people in terms of Christians and stuff. You need to, as a young person, don't get yourself to be influenced in these things. And this could actually like this influence is just one aspect, right? My story could have taken a different turn. It could have been alcohol, right? It could have been an alcoholic. It could have been drugs. I could have been a druggie, right? Could have been anything else rather than lust, right? It could have been something else, right? Somebody out there might be dealing with the same problems, just in a like a different addiction or a different substance, right? So that's the advice, bro. Like, get yourself surrounded with like-minded people and like-minded individuals, right? Don't go deeper into this, but don't go deeper into what you're already stuck in. Trust me. Because once you go deeper, you won't like what you find, bro. You won't like what you find and you won't like who you become. And you won't like what you did and how you impacted people. The things I did, right, impact me right now. Things I did back then. You know what I'm saying? But that's the past, bro. It happened and that's how it happened, bro. But I take full accountability for what happened. I take full responsibility for those actions. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for taking me out of those situations. You feel me? And being able to impact other people and being able to tell these stories, bro. You feel me? So, yeah. That's how it is, chat. That's how it is, chat. Y'all enjoyed the story. Y'all enjoyed the story, bro. Y'all enjoyed the whole this whole segment. That's the only thing I can provide with you guys for now. Until my PC has the ability and the capability, you know, instead of running on 3 FPS as you guys say, I can be able to play games and interact with y'all, you feel me, on a more deeper level, you feel me. Even organize like Discord calls or community calls and stuff of that nature. So like shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the people, bruh. Y'all are W supporters, W like brothers and sisters in Christ, man. Love y'all so much, bro. Bless y'all. God bless y'all. You know, make sure, bro, you stick around, bro. That's what I'm saying. Make sure y'all stick around. Follow. You feel me? Share whatever you have to people. Share this to people. Share this to others so that they themselves can hear the story and then maybe see themselves in that position and take accountability into taking a better stride. You feel me? So yeah.